Tell me about Dvupalov. So he's a great scientist?
Professor Dvupalov is a brilliant mind hailing from the Project X era, the mastermind behind the Controller Project. He used to bring science to new heights. Now the only thing he can bring is a glass toward his lips. He's disenchanted with his life's work, you see? Nothing ever changes. If only the professor had taken a moment to peruse my notes instead of selling vodka.
Dvupalov sent me to get the keycard for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. Alright, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the Controller Project and bring them back to me.
Tell me what you know about the Controller Project.
The Controller Project did involve some research on phantoms, but its main objective was to develop specimens modified with both biological and technological enhancements. Unlike their mutant predecessors, which were impossible to keep in their cages, these were meant to be trained as soldiers to protect Project X personnel. Can you imagine? Not even Circa is attempting anything like that nowadays. They haven't even managed to create a single new specimen.
Why do you want those papers?
I tried to convince Professor Dvupalov that I'm a worthy successor to his great work. But all I received from him was a couple of his drafts, one of which had been used as a food wrapper. I'm talking about research that could etch our names into history. Since the professor doesn't seem to recognize it, I'll take it upon myself to finish the job for him.
Since I'm headed to X5, tell me about the lab.
Until recently, no one even knew it existed. The research there was classified, and the lab had been mothballed for quite some time. Then UT did some cleanup with heavy explosives there, and found hidden levels beneath Agroprom. I used certain informal channels to reach out to the professor. That's how I found out it was an old mutant research lab. I can't even begin to fathom what's going on in there right now.
Hand me that keycard, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
Alright. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
You're having trouble sleeping too, I see. Let's get started early today. We're going to explore how your brain responds to metaphors and imagery. Empathy and abstract thinking. Those are the traits that separate us from simple beasts. And they're what separates you from the other mutants. In theory, at least. I rummaged through my library and came across something that suits our circumstances perfectly. I hope you won't mind a little poetry. Not backwards, forwards is the spirit side. This moment now alone is our delight. smart. He hasn't ceased to amaze us since he was connected to the Monolith Network. Faust opts to encourage the fighters, to inspire them, rather than relying on his controller abilities. He's not just a soldier. He's a general. Yes, you make a good point. Remind me, where are the blueprints for the suppressor?
An emission is approaching, soldiers. Seek shelter immediately. I repeat, we have an incoming emission. Seek shelter. Everyone, there's an emission outside. Extreme caution strongly advised. Remain in cover. I'll inform you when it's safe to come out.
Something's wrong. Keep cover!
I've seen Skiff in action. He's a formidable adversary, so give it your all. Once we're through with him,
You can have whatever you want. All I'm after is Korshunov's badge.
What the hell?
there he is! Let's do it!
just move on? When are you going to let it go, huh?
I was worried. Haven't you been... The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure...
Faust wasn't exactly... a failure. In a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's... your project? The abilities you incorporate...
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the Ward, the NDST or anyone else had in mind. But I did succeed.
Why did you create Faust?
The mutants turned out to be far too unpredictable, useless, and downright dangerous. The aim was to mold them into obedient soldiers. The Liege had some success with more primitive tools. But I believed we were on the wrong path. The error, I thought, lay in the very design of the controllers. Without consciousness and human empathy, their C abilities were pitiful. Faust demonstrated this vividly, but masterful tools necessitate much more precise fine-tuning.
Who is Faust now? What have you turned him into?
We granted him the abilities of a controller mutant. But I'm convinced that Faust has retained his humanity. See, there's no more Project X, no C consciousness, no MDST to protect. He wasn't being directed by a program. He initiated this of his own free will. I believe the monolith became an idea to him. Give a man an idea he can grasp, and he'll do much more than he would ever do cursed. I've always said that it works better than any leash.
The MDST? What's that?
The scientists from Project X who, unlike me, were eager to continue their research even after it was officially shut down. It appears they were the ones who made the controller project a reality. Officially, they had no funding or approval to proceed. However, C consciousness wasn't content with merely creating the zone. They were determined to safeguard a pitiful existence. That's why they needed the monolith. And later on, Faust and his abilities.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of good soldiers died because of him.
Soldiers killing other soldiers. It's a tale as old as time. Why should I care? I've provided you with a weapon to use against Faust. It's up to you to find someone to install it. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, Stalker. It won't change a thing. You'll see.
Quit bugging me, you mopios!
What is it, Stalker? I've got enough on my plate as it is.
I need a special upgrade for my suit.
Can't you see what's going on? I won't lift a finger without Korshunov say so. He's in the infirmary at the moment. Maybe you can work something out with him.
Hey, Ed!
We're all docked. With it. I say. Have fun.
As I was saying. Hey, Ed! Give me Dvoryankov standard issue shot.
Damn. Who was it?
What about the helicopters, Doc? My friend's there.
Everyone had friends there, privates. I told you before. The Major will announce the final list later. Keep waiting. I hope your friend is alive.
Lucky me, I guess.
And recuperate? My men died getting your asses out of Sirka. I damn near died at the Duga, and now you're telling me to rest?
I'm afraid there is nothing else I can do for you right now.
You've been promising me Class 5 sea protection for years!
Colonel, sir, no one expected the small Dugat to...
No one, huh? My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them!
At least you didn't share their fate.
What?
We selected soldiers and studied them in order to understand how Psi immunity works, but this procedure had a side effect we weren't expecting. Loss of protection against targeted Psi exposure.
What the hell does that mean?
We have created Class 5 protection as promised, but it only works for you, Colonel.
Get out of here! Golly, you bastards! Stand down! Those monolithians. They fight like it's their last stand. Die happy. Faust could be envied. Huh. I'm good. Hold on. What's the deal with the Promin factory?
We finally depleted the mirror, Colonel.
Ozersky. Get the Malachite on the double. Find out what's going on.
Why? Please don't. What's going on? Tell me.
Shut up. For once in your damn life, just shut the fuck up. Class 5C protection, you little shit. My soldier's blood is on your hands.
I had no idea. I swear, Colonel, if...
Shut your mouth. What have you got, Skiff?
Ozersky wanted me to get the mirror facility online. It could be important.
I need to see Zersky, Colonel. I have to talk to him in person. You can trust...
You'll go with my men. Now get out of here.
I know how to take Faust down. But I'll need some help from a tech.
You'll have all the help and equipment you need. Get it done, Stalker. I know you can.
So potent, it can mend open fractures.
Wait for it, guys. Here's a good one.
Permission to raise spirits?
I was informed that Korshinov gave the go-ahead. Come on, quickly. The usual? Good as new? Even better?
What's the situation here?
Well, the brass are planning, the boys are trading stories, and I'm here busy restocking our supplies. Top-notch stuff. We're almost fully stocked, making sure there's enough gear for the reinforcements.
Where are these reinforcements coming from?
You're all over the place. When Korshunov got back from Sirka, he ordered a full-scale mobilization.
What are they planning?
That's what HQ is for. To keep us grunts in the dark until the orders come down the line. But when officers spend day and night briefing, we know some serious shit's in the works.
What's the chatter among the troops?
Don't you know? It's all monolith this, monolith that, monolith every which way. The big buzz is about the Dugar. Word is, they massacred the whole IPSF garrison there. Take good care of your gun, and it'll work like a charm.
Skip, Zoltov's here. I'm told you're in possession of a device that can protect from Faust influence. We must act fast. We're getting ready to take the Dugas under the IPSS control and get rid of those fanatics once and for all. Your help can increase our chances.
Alpha team, get ready to attack the checkpoint. Proceed as planned.
How was the trip, Skiff?
Finding the base was definitely no problem.
Failure isn't an option. We had to mobilize all of our forces. Had to pull Dvoryankov from the